Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry about that. I'm trying to, I wanted to turn my screen. I don't know what's going on with that. What is going on here? What the heck is going on here? Mm. So stupid. Stupid. So stupid. Anyway, sorry about that. I was trying to flip my screen. Um, it at first it allowed me, and then it was like nope. Anyway, and I'm gonna try to be off of the microphone tonight, like not up on it. Be off the microphone tonight because I've listened to it like afterwards, and it sounds like, man, I was like, too far up on the microphone. So, and if I'm still too close to it, please let me know. Anyway, so yeah, so it'll be a interesting learning show. Sorry, like reading Rainbow. Got my water and I'm ready to rock. So let's see. Thanks for everybody tuning in during and after. I know there's a lot of people out there that are too busy to come in and watch a good show or anything. That's okay. Hey, I see one person showed up. Hey, what's up? Hey, there y'all at. There y'all are. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. So tonight, I know I didn't say. Well, I kind of said what the subject would be. It'd be me venting. And if you know what I mean by venting, there's a lot of things in this world that just piss you off. So I was saying, if I'm too close to the microphone, please let me know, because I have seen that in the past that I've gotten way up on it. So anyway, so I wanted to talk about, before I start venting a lot and everything, I wanted to talk about what happened today in history on this date, basically. And I found some pretty cool stuff that I didn't even freaking know. So today, penicillin was discovered in 1928 by Alexander Fleming, and he was working with he was a scientist, and he's working with some bacteria, and some mold got onto it, and then the mold killed the bacteria. In a nutshell, that's basically what happened. So yeah, a lot of things are discovered by accident, believe it or not. Let's see, birthdays today. Celebrities, like who cares? But I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Naomi Watts and Hillary Duff. Anyway, what? Bear with me. I got to read something. Do I play Steal a Brain Rot on Roblox? No, I do not even know what Roblox is. I think you have to be a child to play that game. I I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Roblox. Didn't they just get in trouble for something? Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to keep talking. By the way, if you have a birthday, happy birthday. Um, let's see. Butch Cassidy. This is the movies. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid was first premiered. I have never seen that movie. It's always been one of my movies I want to see. I think it's what is it? It's a western. I think. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch. I've never seen it. I heard a quote about it in the end or something. They were pinned down or something, and I don't know. But anyway, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Apparently, it was a very very good movie. So, um, on this day, 1928, Mickey Mouse first appeared. How about that? In Steamboat Willie. Yeah, a little cartoon. Yeah, that's kind of cool. In 1961, the West Side Story premiered. I think we had to read that in high school. And of course, I didn't read in high school. I said, screw it. Dude, they tried to get me to read. And I was like, no, it's boring. They thought I couldn't read. And they put me in LD class. I'm like, dude, I'm not LD. What the hell's wrong with y'all? I'm not joking either. They did do that. Anyway, in 2004, the TV show Lost premiered. Now, I started watching that. It is a boring show. And I also heard that I heard it's got one of those endings that pissed off everybody. Like I think it just cuts or whatever. Kind of like Sopranos did or something. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. eBay was founded on today's date in 1995. How about that? I didn't think eBay was that old. Interesting. And Wikipedia was launched on today's date. I still use Wikipedia to look up, all kinds of stuff. California was discovered by a guy named he was like a sailor. He was, I guess he got into up in the San Francisco Bay or something like that. Anyway, his name was Juan Cabrillo. And let's see what else. In music, the today's date, the Beatles single "Hey Jude" hit number 1 and stayed for 9 whole weeks in 1968. How about that? Dude, the Beatles were awesome. I've only heard a couple of their songs, but yeah, dude, they were something else, man. And let's see, Stevie Wonder, he won a Grammy in 1977 for Album of the Year. It's pretty cool. And it's awesome that he is still going strong. For what I know, he is. Yeah, I like a lot of his stuff. Let's see. Wise words of wisdom of the day. So here we go. Be nice to old people. They might not remember you someday. So there's your wise words of wisdom. Okay, so my show is variety show. So I talk about all kinds of stuff. And so I'm a mechanic, so I'll talk about mechanic stuff. There's a lot of people out there that own Nissans, Altimas, Maximas, kind of stuff like that. And I found out something recently about those is that the transmissions in them only last like an average of like 4 years, which I couldn't believe, but I did the math. It's just average. So basically, the transmissions got them CVT transmissions in them, and uh, yeah, in like 120,000 miles, gone. Then you have them rebuilt, and man, to have one rebuilt, it could be anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000. That's crazy. I should go get my hands on some and rebuild them or something, try to sell them or something, There's a gold mine. But I actually like, man, I tell you what, the first time that 3.5 liter Nissan Maxima came out, man, I worked on cars that were enterprise cars. We had to service them, stuff like that. And man, did that 3.5 liter V6 fly. That was some kind of engine, man. Oh, man. That was the first time I learned about them CVT transmissions. So, yeah, hopefully you don't have to, because if you go on like Marketplace and you see Nissans, Altimas, and Maximas for sale with those CVT transmissions, they're like, most of them go, yeah, transmission, got transmission problems and all that. And you can usually buy the car like dirt cheap, $500, $1,000 maybe, but it's going to cost you upwards of $4,000 to put a transmission in it or get it fixed, whatever, unless you know somebody and knows, I've watched them tear down one. It is not fun. No transmission is fun to tear down. Yeah. Ricky Smitty. Hey, buddy. I hope you're still on there. Boy, you better call me. That's one of my old friends on there. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I miss you, buddy. I want to come see you, but I don't know where you at now. I know you're not. I know you're not making a smart choice anymore. You know what I mean. Come on down. I'll be here. But yeah, man, it's awesome to see like people I ain't seen. Man, I get people coming on the show, not coming on the show, but coming on the, talk live and everything. Oh, I hear you, man. DG manager, hell yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I keep y'all in business. One up in Pleasant Garden, I do. Anyway, but yeah, it's great seeing, old friends. I had somebody from high school come up on here, and I was like, whoa. I was like, what's up? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. By the way, if y'all got a subject you'd like me to talk about, not politics. I don't do politics. Ricky, I know you do politics, man. I know you know all about that stuff. I remember like 10 years ago, maybe 10 years. Was it 10 years ago? No, it wasn't no 10 years ago. No. Let's see. 2020, 5-6 years ago, we were talking about face to face. We were talking about how all this crap happening in the government and all that. And this is like right when the crap hit the fan. And I remember almost exactly what you said. You said, you watch how slowly stuff is going to start coming out. And, it's taken this long. They still haven't gotten the big players. But I don't want to talk about that on here. But you know what I'm talking about. It's what I call the slow burn. Mm-hmm. It's one giant Indian burn. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I do watch the news. I do keep up on a lot of that stuff. I just don't talk about it on here because everybody else talks about it and everything. It's I try to be on the viewer side. I don't know about you, but I get tired of watching that crap. I'm like, dude, there's got to be something else on TV, right? It's like stuck. It's like being stuck back in the day when you only had 3 channels. Yes, there was such thing to you young people. And it's like, ain't there anything on freaking TV? I heard something funny the other day. They're like, yeah, when you heard the MASH television song come on, you knew it was time to go to bed. Although I always like the intro. Yeah. Hey, Ricky. So since my buddy Ricky's on here, Ricky, I don't know if you heard me just say, but the Beatles single "Hey Jude" hit #1 in 1968 on this date, and it stayed for 9 whole weeks. That is awesome. 9 weeks, man. Can you imagine? That's crazy, staying #1. Like, dude, the Beatles, man, they had it, man. I wish I was more into Beatles, but it was like kind of like after my time. But I know how great they were, though. But there's some of their songs I can still listen to, stuff like that. But I know Ricky, I know that you like them too, man. Yeah. And I don't know if you heard me say Stevie Wonder. He won a Grammy in 1977 for Album of the Year, also on this date. So that was awesome. So, but yeah, y'all. Hey, everybody's checking in right now. Welcome to the show. We were talking about all kinds of stuff. That's what I want people to love about my show is you never know what you're going to hear, what you're going to see. You don't know. More about what you're going to hear, though. Yeah. I keep waiting for my cat to jump up on the table and scare the crap out of me. He'll do it too. He'll be like, "Hey, what you doing?" Yeah. Ricky says also it was the first song radio let a song over 4 minutes play. That is cool. Yeah. Yeah. Because let's face it, most songs are 2.5, 3 minutes long these days. That's it. I used to hate going to the freaking bar to sing karaoke, and somebody would get up there and sing. And I'm not putting down the music. I'm not putting down the song. But the song American Pie. Somebody would get up there and sing it, and I swear to you, it was like 6 minutes long or something like that. I'm like, oh God, not again. Come on, man. Especially when I DJ'd. They would always want to do that. Or picture. I saw your picture today. Do, 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 do. Yeah, how many times I've heard that song? Man. All right, go get him, Ricky. Be careful. Oops, sorry about that. I'm sitting there playing too much. But anyway, okay, so venting time. Yeah. Yeah. Venting time. Venting. And I usually don't vent. I usually am a cool, calm, and collected type guy. Yeah, Ricky can tell you I'm pretty laid back and stuff. It takes a lot to set me off, man. I tell you. But I tell you, man, there are just a lot of people out there that love to touch. I mean, excuse me, love to push your buttons. Now, touching your button is a totally different thing. Pushing your button, it takes a lot. And, you know, all I got to say is they need to be very careful. They don't know me. So I was walking into a place, and this girl, I'm not going to say what she was or anything like that. It doesn't matter. But this girl, young girl, I opened the door for her. She walked in, and then she stops. And so I was like, some people tell me I do this, but I was like, excuse me. And I guess I didn't say it loud enough. I kind of do talk under my breath a little bit. But anyway, but I walked around. I didn't even, dude, I was like 5 feet from her. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And she was on the phone talking to somebody. And she was like, man, I tell you what, people are so freaking rude. And she was cussing and everything and all that. And I was just like, I just kept going, minding my own business. And I just walked on. And man, I wanted so bad to say something. So freaking bad. And one of these days, she's going to say it to the wrong person. She's going to say something that somebody going to put her in her place. That's what it takes. It takes for people like, you know, to put them in their place. And, man, I tell you, but yeah, there's just you know, I hate going out in public now. I can't stand it. I hate being around people that I don't know. I can't stand it. It's so like I had to take one of my cats to get a little Iris. I had to take her to get a shot, a rabies shot. You know, it's like a yearly thing, whatever. Anyway, she, bless her heart, man, I mean, she cried the whole time. And then when we got into the store, it was like an hour wait to get a shot. I'm like, this is retarded, man. Like, there's people coming in. There was only one other person with a cat. 10, 20 other people had dogs, you know, barking and everything. We're all standing in this freaking aisle and everything. And I'm just like, dude, just get me out of here. Stick this darn cat already and let me get the heck out of here. I was like, man, I'm like going to freaking go off. And, you know, I used to not be like that. Not at all. There's something in me that has changed about being around people, strangers, you know. There's a gentleman there, you know, he's trying to talk to me about his dog and all that. And I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm being nice. I'm not, you know, not an a-hole or anything like that. I just try to be nice. And I'm like, okay. But what he didn't know was that, dude, my head was about to explode. I was like on the verge of just, I'm like, I could get the hell out of here. I mean, after standing there in line for an hour and all that, I've got this freaking cat. Home. Calm down, Rome. This is water. I drink that thing every day. It's always good. Y'all drink plenty of water. It's good for many, many things, unless you drink city water. If you drink city water, make sure that you get one of those Brita filters. Filter the crap out of it, man. Because, man, I heard they put some nasty stuff in the waters, man. God. Anyway, sorry, gotta adjust. Yeah. Hey, if anybody's got a vehicle that they would like to sell, that they're trying to get rid of, please let me know. I can pay upwards of $1,000, $1,200, whatever. Depends on what it is. Depends on how bad it is. Whatever. But if you got something, let me know. That's what I do now. I buy cars, fix them, sell them, or at least try to fix them. Some of them ain't worth fixing. It's like, this car's only worth this much. I'm gonna put that much into it. Nope. Sometimes you just got to pull the plug and whatever. But I try to do it right, though. I try to, do what I can, do it right. But yeah, it doesn't matter what you have, as long as you have a vehicle. Although, well, no, I'll take it back. I don't want your Beamer. I don't want your Mercedes. I don't want anything. I don't want anything like that. I will not touch it. I will touch Hondas. Maybe some Fords, some GMs, Hyundais, Kias. Yeah. New vehicles. Depends on how new it is. I tend to try to steer away from newer vehicles, like new, whatever. What's cool is, like, for instance, I have a 89 Jeep Wrangler. Okay. That's my everyday driver, unfortunately, right now. But what's cool is it doesn't have to be inspected. Right? Not at all. When I get the little thing in the mail saying, hey, you got to pay, you got to get this thing, got to pay this, the tax form or whatever, just goes right to the DMV license plate place. And, you just pay whatever it says on there, like $50 or whatever. And they give me a new sticker for it. That's it. Don't have to go get inspected. So the thing is, if it's 30 years or older, you don't have to have it inspected. I believe that's right. In North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina. Sorry. That's one cool thing about North Carolina. I always said that they need to get rid of the DMV. I don't mean to put people out of business or anything like that. I know there's people, most of them people at the license plate places, they've always been nice to me. Probably because I go in there with a good head on my shoulders and I know what they go through and everything, and I know what, So I have had them turn me away one time, but it was because I knew my paperwork wasn't right or some crap like that. Anyway, but I knew that going into it. A lot of people, they go in there, they have no idea. They don't know nothing. They're ignorant about all that paperwork stuff and about cars and everything. And they're the ones that give them a hard time. They're kind of like, why can't you do this? And blah, 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 blah. Why can't you do that? And And that's where the ignorance comes in. And so, yeah, knowledge is key, man. I'm telling y'all. I'm glad I know what I know about vehicles, stuff like that. I don't know everything. I mean, they got all these new vehicles now. They got all kinds of technology on them that I ain't never seen before. But I'm old school. There's not a whole lot out there that I can't do. So, there are some cars that I get, and they have what is called gremlins in them. Like, man, that car's got a gremlin in it somewhere. I know you've probably heard that saying before. So, what it is the vehicle has an issue, a problem that you just can't figure out. It happens, even to the best mechanics. It does. Now, I have, one of those, machines that you plug in to, plug in the reader, OBD reader, and all that, and it'll give you a live, a live reaction to it, where you can watch stuff happening as it's running and stuff like that. And you'd be like, yeah, man, this oxygen sensor. Now you know what O2 sensor, oxygen sensor. This oxygen sensor, man, it's something wrong with it, or calculations aren't right, or something like that. Whatever. It does help if a check engine light is on, but a lot of people don't know this about check engine lights now. Your check engine light can come on and then go off and then stay off, but a lot of cars will store that code. So you can still plug in your OBD2 reader and it'll tell you what that code is in there. So a lot of people, you'd be surprised. A lot of people don't know that. If you have a car that the check engine light comes on and then goes off, you can go to your auto parts store, right? AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Advance, whatever. You can go there and say, hey, I need to borrow your OBD2 tester, or come out to my car and plug it in. If they ask you if the light is on or off, and you tell them it's off, some of them people in there are going to be like, no, man, it's got to be on. No, it's not true. So if you saw it come on, or just have them read it anyway, just say, hey, plug it in. Let's see what prints out anyway. Now, if you're not a mechanic and they print that out for you, whatever, it's going to be probably gibberish to you. And I've seen where they're like, oh, yeah, I'll just take it to my mechanic and show them that. Your mechanic is probably going to ball it up and throw it away and be like, I'm going to plug my reader in and then I'm going to charge you for it. Unless you know Bob down the street or something that, he's a mechanic and he's like, oh, yeah, let me see that piece of paper. You can't always rely on that piece of paper. If you're a mechanic, you possibly can. But I have seen those pieces of papers lie from firsthand. Okay. I'm just telling you, just giving you a heads up. Okay. All that is for, all them stores have that to get you in the store to buy stuff. That's it. Period. And I've seen people come in there, get it read, and the the person behind the counter goes, oh yeah, this is what's wrong with your car, you need to buy this part. Well, guess what? You buy the part, you go have it put on, and it doesn't fix the problem. And then what are you going to do? You're going to come back and raise Cain and all that. And yeah, so don't always trust that. Okay. I've seen some weird stuff pop up on them things. Most of the time it'd be like, oh, check your fuel cap, or you got a bad O2 sensor, mass airflow sensor, something like that. But I have seen some weird stuff that I can't remember. I remember going, what the heck is that? Even as a mechanic, I go, what the heck is that? Let's figure out how my pin comes apart. Let's put that back together before I break something. Might need it. Oh no, I can't get it back together. Shit. Come on, man. Ah. Got a new pin. Oh man. But yeah. So anyway, venting. Let's keep on venting. So what makes you mad? Something happens to me when I'm if something happens to me when I'm out of the house, roundabout, whatever, I do think before I leave. I ask myself, because I'm always on my toes. I got eyes in the back of my head and everything. And I always be like, I wonder if I do this, what's going to happen? I can think that fast usually. So I usually just, bite my tongue, walk the other way. It's always good just to walk the other way. Yeah. When people ask me to talk about certain things on here that I don't want to talk about, and they kind of push it, and I'm kind of just like, man, like, no, I'm not going to. I'm like, no, go to the other guy. And they're like, oh man, I want to hear what you say about it. Da, da, da. I had some guy, I swear to God, this guy was racist. This guy he came on here and he's like, I believe he was from Louisiana. And he was like, hey man, what you think about the rebel flag? I was like, it was so left field, but that's okay. I invite left field. That's fine. Right. This is a low branch of a Howard Stern show. But anyway, I was like, rebel flag. Okay. I was like, well, a lot of people misinterpret that. Okay. And this is what I know of it as a representation of the South. Okay. And what's funny is I live in North Carolina. It's not South Carolina. But you see, every once in a while, you'll see somebody with a rebel flag on their car drive by. But it's a lot of people, when they see it, they see that flag, they're like, oh, God, he's racist, and all that stuff. And no, and it's totally wrong. Now, there probably are some racist people that have that flag. Will not doubt that. But it is a misinterpretation. So, that shows how people are brainwashed, brought up in all that junk, and the parents are to blame. I've always said that. And like there's a big debate between homeschooling and then going to a public school, and huge debate there. And they're like, oh man, if you don't want your kid to be like some freaking lunatic weirdo, just homeschool them or whatever. I can contest to that as being false. Okay. Because I have known people to be homeschooled and be complete weirdos. Like weirdos, man. Like immorally wrong weirdos. It all starts at home. It always does. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It starts in the household when they're children. You know, that's how they're programmed. We are all programmed at childhood. So whether you believe it or not, we are. That's the truth. It's been proven. So, back in high school, or no, not just high school, just school, elementary school, whatever, middle school, or junior high. I had some of the worst kids in my class, and I always wondered what it was like being in their house. Now my family, my mom was real strict. My dad wasn't, but mom was, and apparently I used to be a little crap turd when I was a kid, like little kid, 5, 6 years old. And like I got a whooping in kindergarten. And my brothers did too, I think. Yeah. But our parents tried to raise us right, taught us right from wrong, and said, hey, these are consequences. If you do this, this will happen. Luckily, we had good brains in our heads, and we knew right from wrong, and we tried to do the right thing. I mean, when you're growing up, going through puberty, turning, to a teenager and doing all that stuff and everything, you're going to get into a little bit of trouble, whatever. Nothing crazy. I mean, I remember I used to go out, hang out with all my friends. We used to cruise on High Point Road, do all that. And we used to, dude, there were nights I'd go out there cruise, and it's a wonder I ever came back home alive. Because, man, we used to hang out with a bad crowd. Really bad crowd. I remember one guy, he used to carry a gun on him. And I'm like, this was back in the 90s. Like I graduated in 96. So it was like right in there. And I finally stopped hanging out there. And then after that, somebody got killed. 2 guys got in an argument, probably over a girl. One of them tried to break into the other one's car. Guy pulled out a pistol and killed him. And I knew him at the time, or at least I knew one of them. I don't know what happened to him. Probably went to prison. Who knows? But thank God I wasn't there. Yeah. God has looked out for me. He really has. He's put in overtime. But I have enough common sense to stay away from crap. And that's one reason why I don't like leaving the house now. I mean, I'm an introvert, man. I'll do it to go get groceries or to go visit a friend at their house, something like that. Yeah. And it sucks, not going to her house. I mean, it sucks being that way, like I used to go out to the bar, sing karaoke a couple nights a week, Friday, Saturday night, can't even do that now. I have, well, one of the bars I used to go to, they changed everything up in there now. I don't even know if they even have karaoke anymore. A buddy of mine owns it. Place is always packed. I watch videos and everything. But when I see those videos, I'm like, I ain't going in there. Yeah. Don't want to. You know, I used to like going out on Halloween. And, you know, I used to dress up, man. You'd ask my friends, man. I used to dress up, all these cool outfits and everything. Don't even do that no more. Do nothing anymore, man. Just sit here and talk to you nice folks. Try to entertain y'all. Uh-oh, I hear Mom in the background. I don't know if you heard her. You stay off my table. She's yelling at the cat. My poor kitty cat. Poor kitty cat, Iris. She hated getting that shot, y'all. Man, they had to hold her down. So I backed off too. I was like, hey, you know what? Y'all get paid to do this. I'm gonna let y'all do it. They put a damn leash around her and everything. It was like, I'm sitting there going, you're doing it wrong. But I let him do it. But she about tore their butts up. Because I tell you what, I don't trim her claws. She does it. She'll sit there. I'll see her. She'll be sitting in the corner going, like biting her nails. She'll bite every one of them. You know, I'll find them on the floor. I'll be like, darn. I guess she's probably like, well, if y'all ain't gonna do it, I won't do it. She's funny though, man. I don't know if y'all saw the picture of her where she's like sitting on the stone. Hang on a second, I'll show you here. Just in case y'all missed it. It's an awesome picture because because she's got this look. I don't know if you can see this or not. But she's got this look. Hang on, like it's. Sorry, there you go. But she's like, she's got this look in her face, like, don't take my picture. Oh man. Hilarious. She's a trip. I pulled up a while ago and she was just standing outside. She was standing like that, standing. Anyway, she's just looking at me like, can't believe you just put me through all that. And I looked at her, I was like, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. And she just kind of like turned her head and started walking off. She turned her nose up to me. And I was like, I'm sorry. Oh, she hates me. I'll see her before I go to bed. I'll see if she we'll see what happens. She might take a swap at me. Get away from me. Let that burn off. It's like being married all over again. Hey, honey, get away from me. Oh, gosh. Oh. And the next one I got to take is Bo, my tuxedo cat. That boy weighs like 20 pounds, man. I'll bring a tiger up in there. Man, I don't even know if I can get him in that carrier that I have. I might have to bring a bigger one. He is huge. Like, he's a big boy. He is handsome. Yeah, he is something else, man. Yeah. He's a good boy, though. He's feisty, but he's a good boy. He's just, after living with them for so long, you can see the difference in their characters. Yeah. I recently made him a toy with some catnip in it. I took a teddy bear. I don't know if you saw the video, but I took took a teddy bear, pulled the stuffing out, put a bunch of catnip in there, and sewed it back up. Man, he tore that thing up. I can't even find it now. I think he hid it. Them cats do that. They will hide stuff. They will hide their toys. But he drooled all over that thing like a dog. I was like, "Ugh, God dang, what's wrong with you?" But he loves that thing. I'd be like, "Go find your teddy," and he'll kind of look at me, and then he'll go run off, you know. But yeah, he's a good boy, very good boy. That's the second black and white tuxedo cat I've had. Good boy, very good boy. Eats like a freaking pig. Throw anything. Well, not almost anything. He loves cat food, dry or soft, but he won't eat nothing else. So that's a good boy right there. That's Daddy's good boy. He something happened to him the other day. I was sitting there trying to film, and he came walking up to me, kind of rubbing on me, rubbing on my leg. I'm like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" And he started to walk away, and all of a sudden, I see him kick his left rear leg out. He was kind of like, and he kind of stopped, and he turned around, and he came walking back up to me, and I was like, "Hey, bud," and I went down to touch him. He hissed at me, and he's never done that ever. He was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" And he started rubbing on me, and I went down to pet him, and I noticed that there was something wrong with his leg. I think he stepped on something. I think he got bit by an ant or something. He's fine now. But man, I was like, and Iris was laying like 5 feet over, and he started going over her like he was gonna kick her butt. And I'm like, "Don't you do that. What are you doing, boy?" And it was like, two kids, and he was, whatever was going on with his leg, dude, he was taking it out on everybody. He was just like, "Somebody stop messing with me. Ah, I'm in pain." Ah. And I'm just like, what is wrong with him? Iris looks at me. She's kind of just like looking at me, and she's looking at him. She looks at me, and she's kind of just like sitting there going, "What's wrong with him?" And I tell him, I'm like, "Hey, you stay away from her." Now, he did something like that one time when she first got out. She came back in like, I don't know, 20 minutes later or whatever. She came back in, and boy, he jumped on her like he smelt something on her. He smelt a new smell on her, and he was just like, "Rah!" Man, he went to attack her. I had to pull him off of her, and that scared me. I was like, "Dude, what the heck?" And then we found out that it's cause she rolled around in some dirt or something. I don't know. But anyway, that shows you right there that animals, they don't go by looks. They go by smell. Like, he's kind of like, "Man, that's a demon coming back in this house." But dude, he like would chase her and smack at her and doing all kinds of stuff. But what he doesn't realize though is, even though she's smaller than him, she will kick his butt. She will, man. She will bite the crap out of him. So yeah, he might be bigger than her, but that size don't matter. So, but yeah, that was just weird, man. But he's fine now, thank God. I don't know what the heck. I'm pretty sure something bit him, because I tried looking at his foot, couldn't see nothing in it, couldn't see no blood, no nothing, nothing, and he wouldn't let me touch him. He'd just be like, "Ah." So I was like, okay. Next day, he was fine. Weird. So They're like children, you know. You got to watch them. Yeah. Maybe that's why I don't have children, because I got them. That's enough. It's enough as it is. I still got to feed them, clean up their poop. Oh man, life, ain't it grand? Well, anyway, I'm gonna cut it short. I appreciate everybody coming in. Ricky, call me tomorrow, buddy, if you got my number. I think I still got yours unless you changed it. But call me if you got it, because usually, you know what, man, when it comes to my friends and everything and getting up with them, I always tell them, dude, the ball's in your court. I have no life. Like, everybody's busy. Like, I'm yeah. I don't think anybody just chills anymore, man. Like, even on their day off, they just always doing something, you know. I mean, to each his own. That's fine. That's your, y'all have lives. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. But it'd be cool to, you know, talk. So give me a call, Ricky. That's fine. Give me a call. Yeah. I'll get with y'all. Get with you later. All right. Everybody else, thank y'all for watching. And also thank you for the people that are going to come in, that are coming in after all this posts and everything. Although I just saw like 40 people come up. All right. Be safe out there. Okay. All right. Take care, everybody. I'm Ron. Thanks for watching broketv123. See y'all.